kitty's sleeping. Greetings and welcome back to another edition of the Weekly News Roundup, wrapping up the insanity of this week all in one nice, neat, geeky package. Well, I hope everybody is doing well today. It's been an interesting week. We have a lot of news scattered over a variety of different topics. So each topic's kind of small, but we just have like 5 different topics. See, I think I have 5. I got a Bank of America one at the last minute. I'm not sure that might make next week. I don't know. I just got it and I didn't get a chance to look into it in depth. We got 5 privacy. We have 3 from the smart news sector, 3 from the security sector. I don't know, 6 from business, and about 5 or 6 there from Sillyville. So we got a lot of fun stuff coming on. I hope that you guys enjoyed your week and are ready for the weekend. Jeffrey, 1068 Volkswagen Beetle, 320 miles on its 8-gallon gas tank, heating year-round, and seats 4. It's you, open roads, AM, FM radio, Wish, total price, $894 after taxes. There you go. Bernie Sanders chews out Biden for trying to raise hourly wage while business continues to close left and right while the... I don't know what's going on in our world. Like, the communist Bernie Sanders makes a boatload of money selling memes, his own meme on a t-shirt. And then now the communist is trying to tell the president to not raise minimum wage. It's like, who thought? I don't know. The whole thing is backwards. Have to get rid of that pesky middle class before they elect someone who's not part of the cool kids club again. I know, right? That one was just too close. I could say more, but we'll keep the channel on YouTube a little longer. 6 minutes. Hello, Gato Mallow. How's it going there? Anthony McDonald. Greetings, Dan Hillman. Hello. Troy, greetings. Shadow. Didn't see you there. Lots of change this year. That is right. You may now pun with abandon. I know, hindsight is 2020. I'm telling you. Greetings, Moonbase Alpha Grays. Are you taking your own spaceship tomorrow, or am I picking you up for Alpha Centauri trip? I don't know. Let me know. Give the chair a good spin. I don't want to give the chair a good spin. My kitty's sleeping on the chair. That's so mean. Vacuum Cleaner Reviews. Greetings. Hello to you. Pure Mind EDU. Hello to you. Let's see. Build new plasma theme for 2021. Clean, less cluttered desktop featuring the Latte dock. Panels are hidden by default, changing the wallpaper and toggle down dark mode. There you go. Gotta love GTK3. Very nice. Love Linux. Very good. Love Linux again. There you go. Ford is crazy. Oh, yeah. Ford is crazy. Ford's going crazier. Ford's going crazier. System tray now sits on top of transparent window title bar when an application is maximized. Very nice. Hello, Diotitus. I am going well. How are you doing? Let's see. We got Menorah over on Discord. If you guys are not on Discord and you would like to be, I'll go ahead and drop the link here, tlm.li/STLD. Go ahead and follow that and join us over on the Discord server. When you land in there, I am monitoring the live chat thread. Let's see. Hello, not Gary. Stream is looking much better this week. Don't see any green screen artifacts. I actually got here like 10 minutes early and did a little bit of adjustments. It's still not perfect yet. If I do this or this, you'll see some artifacts, but I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to get rid of the shadowing without doing anything crazier with the lights. Right now, they're like, I could probably move this one more. This light over here, I guess I probably could. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, green screen's looking good this week. I keep on forgetting. I need to do some light tests with a C615 for pizza, and I keep forgetting about it. So if you're around pizza, I'll get to it. Remind me tomorrow. Well, actually, I'm not usually on Discord on the weekend, so that won't help. Senator Bernie has bent the knee. That's right. Guess I'm not going to get a new car again, the way things are going. Yeah, I know, I'm telling you. No more panels on the bottom of the screen with a web browser is open. There you go. All right, well, let's go ahead and get a couple more tea. A friend of mine gave me this nice new mainline mug. This mug is amazing. It actually keeps coffee hot for like 4 hours. It's amazing. I actually made this tea at about an hour and a half ago. It's still actually too hot to drink. It's an amazing cup. I love it. It's very good. All right. Well, I think we'll go ahead and get started. Wow, we're starting the news already early. Wow, that's kind of crazy. We're starting with some privacy. I think we're going into this affiliate, and then we have a couple other things. Oh boy, we got memes over there on Discord. I'm gonna have to click this image to see what we're looking at here. All right. Lots of stuff. All right. Let's go ahead and get started, and then we'll go ahead and be back. Got to get the coof out first. Sip, my friends. Sip in the goodness. That's right. I have, it is French vanilla tea today, actually. Have you guys never had Bigelow French vanilla tea? It is quite amazing. Actually reminds me of grad school. I first had it, I had a lot of French vanilla iced tea in grad school, actually. Kind of fun. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. Today, we're starting with privacy, skimming on through some smart tech, and ending with a tad of security. So let's go ahead and get started with today's show. We have a couple of updates. First, Facebook prompt is now encouraging ad tracking opt-in ahead of Apple's privacy push. So of course, Apple and Facebook have been dueling it out, full-fledged public, and it's been looking really bad for Facebook. I mean, here's a company making front page news, yelling at Apple because I don't want to tell people what data I'm collecting. Are you thinking about this? I think there is a program wrong in the Zuckerberg brain cells, or data bank, I guess we should say. So now they're starting to actually give you a prompt telling you all this amazing stuff, and I really can't make this go big enough where you can actually read it. In fact, I can barely still read it myself, but it says here, allow Facebook to use your app and website activity. Get ads that are more personalized. Oh yeah, I want more personalized ads. No, thank you. I'd rather not get personalized ads. Second is support businesses that rely on ads to reach customers. Wait, what? All right. So yeah, you need a checkup from the neck up if you're going to opt into this. Like, I'm almost to the opinion that if you have a Facebook for some reason other than like some business purpose, you probably still need a checkup from the neck up. Why do you keep on giving your data to the Zuck? But they're coming in and pushing the pop-up now, just making this good and amazing flowery looking message to fill up your heart with joy and peace about Facebook collecting and harvesting all of your data optionally now. And I tell you, if more than like 60%, actually if more than like 10% maybe of the users actually select this, there is no hope for society. I got nothing to hide. Yeah, you got nothing to hide until your views are now the bannable ones. Also, we have an update on Ring. It's been a while since we talked about Ring. So, of course, since they're starting to embed like Alexa, hey, Alexa, order unicorn meat. Confirm. All right. So with this, there has been some updates into the number of police departments and fire departments utilizing Ring data. More than 2,000 U.S. police and fire departments are using it. Apparently, there's only 2 states that do not have any of these connections. Those are Montana and Wyoming. That's probably because Montana and Wyoming, if there's some prowler outside, you just shoot the guy and go back to bed. A funny story, I actually used to live in one of those states, and a friend of mine was having issues with some guy just kept on coming around, like harassing his ex-wife or something like that. And the police finally told him, next time he comes around, shoot him, drag him into the house, and then call us, and we'll come and get the corpse out. Okay? That's how they, and this is why we just don't have crime out there. But anyway. Those two states are the good places to go if you do not want to deal with those, but I'm sure that they're going to be coming on down the pipeline. And if I have a bet with Wyoming, Jackson Hole's going to be the first because they're full of libtards up there, and the rest of the state's just fine. Fortunately, Jackson Hole is in this valley surrounded by mountain ranges, so they'll just all stay over there. Sorry, Montana, we're kind of pushing them off onto you, and you're going crazy. I'm not sure who's gone crazier, though. They're in a competition. And on to some newer news. Amazon is planning to install always-on surveillance cameras in its delivery vehicles. I'm kind of okay with this in a way. There have been a lot of cases where drivers are stealing packages. There have been a lot of cases where maybe people are not doing the things that they should be doing as an employee. And as far as I'm concerned, if you're going and working in somebody else's place of business or away from your home, I'm not okay with in-home surveillance. If you're working for your job at home, your boss can you have to have an always-on web camera and a smart chair that tells me how much you're sitting down. Yeah, piss off, boss. But if you're actually there at their place, I'm okay. Not with cameras necessarily monitoring everything you do, but with cameras to make sure nothing bad is going on. I'm probably a little bit more okay with that. In this case here, they're putting these cameras on in the vans just so to make sure that the drivers aren't stealing stuff. Now, it'd probably be better if they, paid people enough and gave them an appropriate amount of breaks that they didn't actually need to go in and steal stuff to do whatever they're doing. It'd be nice if Amazon could trust their employees, but like I said, I'm split on this one because I know there have been a lot of issues. You're driving a vehicle full of a lot of really expensive things from a lot of other people. Maybe it's justified, maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm caught on this one because you're going and working for somebody else. It's their vehicle, it's their option. I don't know. You guys are going to have to let me know on that one. I'll probably get hammered there, but we'll figure it out. Lawmakers take aim at insidious digital dark patterns. This is nice because the dark patterns, these are the ways that will trick or conceal you or do things in order to collect more data, collect more money. It's reasons why it's super easy to create an account. Like take Amazon Prime, for example. Very easy to add it. I mean, every single order. Would you like to add Amazon Prime? It's like, I wish there's a global stop annoying me with a crap button, okay? No, I don't want your crappy Amazon Prime subscription. Piss off, Amazon. Okay? But with that being said, ever try and cancel it? Oh yeah, good luck with that one. You got to call in and reach a human being. Oh, that's exciting. So there's creating this new law to prevent that type of stuff. As easy as it is, so I just dropped a thing in the Discord. It's a delivery guy coming by and punting a package onto the upper stage port. That's epic. Thank you. Very good gif. Of course, going to need to move it down because it's kind of distracting, but very cool. Anyway, back to the news here. They're preventing scammy things on websites to collect more data or to collect more money. So dark patterns come in many forms, can trick a person out of time or money or into forfeiting personal data. A common example is a digital obstacle course that sprung up when you try to nix an online account or subscription, such as for streaming TV, asking you repeatedly if you really want to cancel. 2019 Princeton survey of dark patterns in e-commerce listed 15 types of dark patterns, including hurdles to cancel subscriptions and countdown timers to rush customers into hasty decisions. Unfortunately, VPNs are big on this. You go to the VPN page, it's always on sale. The countdown's going. Order today, tomorrow. It just resets itself at midnight, guys. Just FYI. Price is always the same, even on the affiliate links that I'll have later on in the show. But nevertheless, dark patterns being forbidden. And onto our feature story today in the privacy section. Google and Ford are partnering up. Android Automotive OS comes to Ford and Lincoln, and lots of data goes to Google. I am not buying a car with a perpetual connection to any big data firm. We need to really push legislators to say no. Absolutely, under no circumstance, if I don't want Google or Apple or even the car dealer itself to know what I'm doing, where I'm going, etc., etc. It should be my absolute choice, especially you're charging me an arm and a leg for a car. Okay, an average annual salary to get a car, and then I'm going to feed my data with that car into your systems, and then you're going to monetize it? No. But now, we're being pushed into all of these types of subscriptions, we're being pushed into all of these opt-ins, we're being pushed into all of this kind of stuff. And so what's happening here is it's not just the infotainment system. It's all aspects with perpetual connections back to Google. Ford is looking to transform beyond being an automaker, and for that, it needs the expertise of tech companies to make that happen. Partnering with tech giant Google is a huge way to help accelerate that process. Ford benefits by leveraging Google's expertise in data analysis. It's none of your damn business. Machine learning and artificial intelligence. Great. That's all I need. My car to have a revelation going down the highway at 90 miles an hour and say, there's a better way. You know, I'm sorry. This is insane. We do not need AI, data collection, and machine learning in my car. I'm perfectly capable of driving the car by now. Okay? As a result, the automaker can improve its retail and owner experience as well as its products. Ford, as long as you're doing this crap, I'm not going to buy cars from you. You want to talk about improving your retail and ownership experience? Here's how you can improve my retail and owner experience. Pull that crap out. I'm not interested, thank you very much. Google and Ford have inked a 6-year partnership that will see the automaker using tech giants' expertise and products to bolster their cars and services. A major part of this collaboration includes adoption of Google's Android Automotive OS. Great! By the way, did you guys know I covered this on the show probably about 6 months, maybe a year ago. There's been scientific studies looking at these infotainment systems. Fiddling around with these infotainment systems is more impairing than driving drunk. You have a greater chance of wrecking and dying fiddling with an infotainment system than you have if you're intoxicated. There's a very good reason for this. In my car, which is an older car with buttons, I don't have to take my eyes off the road to feel what's going on. I go, there's, okay, I feel the ridges. That's the volume knob. Infotainment system, I have to take my eyes off the road, focus on a screen to see where on the touch screen I need to push. It takes so much time away from the road. They should be banned entirely. We do not need infotainment systems in cars. And I certainly don't need an Android infotainment system. Under no circumstance. This is ridiculous. Android Automotive is a complete platform built for vehicles and includes tightly integrated Google apps and services. As if I care. For example, drivers can ask the Google Assistant to change the radio stations, open and close windows, or adjust the climate control system. Yeah, right. Android Automotive is fairly new and currently found in vehicles like the Polestar 2 and the Volvo. Okay, those are two more models I'm not going to be buying. Quote, we're obsessed with creating must-have, distinctively Ford products and services. All right, Jim Stupid Farley, if you're obsessed with creating must-have products, I want a product that doesn't connect to Google. Or you, for that matter. I've already spent an arm and a leg on your stupid car. I don't need to be sending data to you. The integration will unleash on our teams to innovate for Ford and Lincoln customers while seamlessly providing access to Google's world-class apps and services. What type of nonsense is this stuff? And of course, you go through the article. It talks about how much Google's going to collect data and stuff like that. How exciting, guys. Isn't this exciting? I got to find one of these cars and pull that thing out. Rip that SIM card right out of that bad boy. Well, if you'd like to help and support the show, you can have a look at our affiliates. Today we are highlighting Linode. You can use my affiliate link here with Linode, get $100 in credit for a 60-day trial. You can spin up as many Linodes as you want in that 60-day period of time, no cost to you. And then at the end of that, just make sure you have a, you can use a valid credit card, you can use a prepaid card, you can use a PayPal account. What I actually do, because I don't like having credit cards on there and stuff, is I actually go in there and I just just dump a bunch of money in my Linode account. I know I have about, 3 to 6 months of credit in there, depending on what else I spin up. And then 3 to 6 months, I'll look at the balance. When it looks a little low, I'll go, okay. And I'll go and just dump a few more bucks into there. That way I'm not getting unexpected charges. So that's how I'm handling Linode. So you can go ahead and jump onto this. I've talked about how to create VPNs. We use our Jitsi servers on Linode. I've been moving some clients to ISP config profiles over on Linode. So far it's been a really good system. I've been really enjoying using their services. Use my affiliate code TLM.li/Linode, and there will be a link in the description. All right, I think we are going off to Smart News next. All right, let's see. Where's me comments? Where's me comments? And where'd my Smart News go? There's my Smart. Yay. All right, let's see. Yeah, oh, very nice. All right, let's see. Delivery driver, yep. Gift makes me want to go play Simple Save Kid. Federal Trade, useless commission. Ford Pinto, Ford Division. Oh, man, I thought it was going to end with an explosion. Oh, that would have been epic, though. Have it drive down the road. I have the Amazon account because I have to use a Fire Stick and got a replaceable Raspberry Pi. There you go. Hey, Google, change station 105.5 FM. Okay, setting thermostat to 105. No! Nice. Nice. All right. Hey, there's pizza. Pizza. Pizza, remind me, I still need to do your light tests with the C615. Yeti mug was given for Christmas. Love it. Very nice. Sharky boy, greetings. It's too hot to drink. He takes a sip. Oh, yeah, it's hot. Keeps ice cold almost all day. There you go. Keegan, greetings. Good evening, sane people. That's right. The Pilgrim. Welcome. You have arrived. Let's see. Arch is dropping Chromium support on March 2nd, so I prepared well in advance. Yeah, that's exciting. I think somebody else is probably going to be taking that over, I think. But, oh well. Hopefully Chrome doesn't... I don't use Chrome a lot on my Arch computer, but we'll see. Don't buy a fraud product. Yeah, don't buy a Ford product either. All right. Mark Schmuckerberg called his platform's users stupid. Yep. Heard that Jeff Bezos is stepping down. Yes, we will be covering that in the business section today. I've not owned a Ford in over 10 years. I think I've had one Ford. I had a Crown Victoria one point in time. I think I've owned mostly GM cars. Leaving at 10. Let's see. Toyota fan yourself. There you go. You like Subaru. I'm not a huge fan of Subaru anymore because they were the first to put cameras in there looking at the drivers to monitor if you're driving safely. No. Here does not use System D. I'm not sure if my MX Linux system has System D, but the rest of mine do. I don't really care. I've not seen a compelling argument to not use System D. Seeing some law enforcement agencies using, I think it was Signal to avoid Freedom of Information Act requirements. There you go. That's fun. But you're not allowed to use it if you're a criminal, though. You know, bad enough I'm slightly slower than 73 Pinto. I had to add that. Lower lumbar surgery. Yeah. Care if had a Linux distro has System D as long as it's not Ubuntu based and works great. All right. Protect yourself. Protect your privacy. Finished my college semester. All right, there you go. Hurt foot. I'm gonna get stuff done. All right, let's see. Well, sorry to hear about that. Let's see. Nonprofit and work remote from my main office. The building has 0 cameras, and I control the computers and internet connections. There you go. My work just pays the internet bill. Amazon Prime sucks. Yep. Spiraling down is way too slow. Time to jump off and fall through the center to get to the bottom much faster. Getting your work done, who cares? That's the thing, you know. As long as you're getting your work done. Cars almost as much as a house now. Yeah, I mean, actually, there's some cars that are way more costly than houses. My mother sold one of her rental properties. She sold it for only $19,000. I told her she could have gotten a whole lot more. This thing was in Meadville. It was like the last house going out of town, half in the woods. I said, listed as the perfect place for a meth lab. and you could double the price. And, you know, she didn't do that, though, so I think she only sold it for like $19,000 or something. And Congress going to do very much for us these days? No, probably not. Ford needs to improve their vehicles, not augment them. Yeah, there you go. Greetings, pizza. I want a car that requires a monthly payment, and if you miss one, your windshield will randomly turn non-transparent. There you go. Waiting for DoorDash right now. Starving. Ordered Chipotle. There you go. All right. My first brand new car in October and bought the basic model with buttons. I agree. Infotainment systems they keep on pushing are way too distracting. Yeah. Taco Bell earlier. I had Taco Bell last week. Here's Linux and is in college. I use Linux, but I'm not in college. All right. Greetings from Spokane. All right. He's paid by privacy. This keyboard sucks. All right. Pizza, you're really in Tacoma. There you go. I actually think Windows may just be that bloated. Sorry, the keyboard stinks. Yeah. On the accidental peninsula. Google Chrome now being installed on all your platforms. Why? 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 Crown Vics are solid. Yeah, mine lasted, I don't know, a year or two. CS beginner class full of Windows homie. No, Windows normies. Windows homies. What up, homie? He has a good article on Jeff Bezos. I did see that one. I think it's like he's leaving to pursue being a Bond villain. First car in 2004, 1976. First car in 2004, 1976 Ford Maverick. There you go. More apathetic, they be felt up. Be Sean Connery wearing a giant red dye. What? Almost returned our new snowblower when we found out there was no startup app that would explain how to use the pull cord. Wait, what? There was no startup. There was a startup app that explained how to. Wait, I don't get it. What? People are advocating to ban Telegram. I'm advocating to ban Telegram. Like, I don't know, ban it. I just, for your own sake, guys, stop using Telegram. They've had multiple snafus. We might even have another one this week. I can't remember. Maybe we don't. I don't know. Well, let's go ahead and get on into our smart. Actually, I think, yeah, we'll just do smart. And actually, we'll jump over to smart and then we'll do smart and then we'll do security in one big lump sum because I just have a couple here. Moving on into the smart tech, there is a brand new Samsung Galaxy Watch with EKG features now. Great. 31 new countries. So apparently they've had these in other ones. I'm losing track what all these watches have, but now you can have an EKG reading on your watch, 28 European countries. And of course, this is taking all of this data perpetually and connecting it up to their company servers. Good luck, sheeple. But yeah, more countries are adopting the EKG, blood pressure readings, just a lot of other things. This is too much health data to be handing to a company that's getting up. Although I can't say that the look of the watch is pretty cool, but no, thank you. I just don't need all of that. I don't need a watch that's perpetually harvesting data and sending it up to a cloud somewhere. New York Post, that we have a cleaning robot that could help you fight COVID-19 and tell jokes. I'm not sure exactly how it does either. Apparently there's a QR code on it. You scan the QR code and you get some lame joke about, I don't know, something. More than just cleaning, Lion Spot robots are crowd minglers that bring joy and delight. They are able to inform, entertain, and even exchange simple conversation with you upon activated via a QR code. So they'll go around and they'll just kind of mute that guy. So it's basically a vacuuming robot. I'm not sure what it's going to do to quote unquote help with COVID, unless, you know, you're getting COVID because it's pooling up on the floor or something. I think it's just a bunch of nonsense, really. Here's a... Okay. How do trees access the internet? They log on. Very good. So it's like, does that kid look terrified to you? I don't know. He's kind of smiling, I guess. But is he a little terrified? Like, this robot's the size of him. This is like a robotic version of E.T. I don't know. That's crazy. I think they had another joke here. Put a smile on the face of patience. Let's see. I thought there was a couple more jokes in the description here. I thought I saw him before, but I don't know. So yeah, we have a new robot that's going around and telling jokes, apparently helping with COVID by vacuuming. I swear, half of the articles I have today, they're just throwing things like COVID and other stuff in there just for the clickbaitiness. They have nothing to do with what they're doing. And finally, in our smart tech, see spot kill. Well, now the Boston Dynamics spot dogs, they add self-charging. So you don't even have to consciously charge your robotic murderous animal anymore. It'll just go ahead and charge itself. When it gets low, it just goes back to its little dog house there, and it all charges all itself. They added this claw here, and now you can actually control your spot via an internet app. So there we have it. We now have these dogs are being controlled by the internet. Yeah, some hacker's going to get in here and take some of these dogs and go rogue with them. That's just going to be hilarious. You see spots running through the place, whapping everybody up with their claws. It's going to be like the police are going to have to send in like their bomb squad dog. It's going to be the epic bomb squad dog versus spot dog. See who wins. Maybe the bomb squad dog will still have the latest explosive and he'll just get up and suicide bomb. You know, that'd be the epic dog fight. But yeah, there's no more consciously charging spot. He'll charge himself. They put a creepy claw on him, and now he can be controlled with an internet app. So there we have it, guys. There we have it. Are you all feeling confident now about our future with killer spot dogs? That is quite exciting. And let's head on over to security news. So Operation Night Scout supply chain attack targets online gaming in Asia. This is not nearly as big of a deal as some might have been suggesting, but what it allowed for apparently is a very unique, specific attack. So it had to be a targeted attack. The idea is there was an app that you're utilizing with this platform. I know nothing about this platform other than what's in the article. You downloaded the application, and this would do is it would get through and produce a back door, and literally only 3 regions had targets, and I think it was only like a handful of targets. Let's see. So they had the malware actually installed on like this 100,000, but they actually only found 5 users that received the bad update, indicating this is something really, really highly targeted. So definitely weird, and it relates to online gaming. Like I said, I don't know much about that one, but hey, it was a security story. The next 2 though, oh Lord, guys, oh boy. So Flash is dead. Of course, last week we talked about how Flash dying stopped an entire train in China because they were still relying on it. Well, in South Africa, apparently they are still to this day, using Flash to process the government tax records. And when Flash stopped working, they went back and grabbed a pirated version of Flash on an old browser to put the public's tax submission records back online. Yeah, South African Revenue Service ran into big problems this month. Adobe Flash stopped working January 12th. The agency still hadn't migrated its e-filing forms from Flash to HTML and JavaScript. So to fix the issue, that's an unfortunate name. SARS decided to release its own custom browser with the working Flash plugin pre-installed and enabled. For the public to submit their tax documents. We've lost our ever-loving minds, people. What? It gets worse. No simple, easy, correct answer to getting Flash working in a modern browser. In the immortal words of many Star Trek episodes, it's dead, Jim, and shouldn't be revived. The most recent release, and therefore the least vulnerable version of Adobe Flash, have built-in poison pill that causes them to cease working as of January 12th, whether or not they're installed and enabled in a web browser. In order to bypass the problem, the SARS browser seemed to have been built from Chromium version 85, which was released in September. South African citizens and self-described hacker coder guy dug into the browser release and discovered the Chromium version along with a few other details about the packaging environment. Anyway, it kind of goes on. Oh, Lord. So, yeah, they hacked their own browser to continue to run Flash to let the public upload their tax documents. Yep. And some more backdoor browser extensions. These guys hid their malware in analytics requests, of all things. So you get in here, you get your Google, everything's running Google Analytics, of course. You know, Google Analytics, whatever. We need our Google Analytics. And so since nearly everybody's running Google Analytics, it's easy to hide stuff in anything that looks like Google Analytics. And that's what these guys did. So they had a very nice method. A victim downloads some malicious extension. After 3 days, the code will execute and convert to a download channel to download an intermediary, which it's going to install a new package that every time the browser runs, it's going to perform an action that hides itself as fake Google Analytics data. And then this is, of course, your distribution, apparently really big down there in Brazil, a couple other countries, and, you know, I don't know why there's none in Greenland. Oh, not a lot of computers out there. Other than you know, the secret NSA bunkers. But there's a good way to hide your malware. If you're looking for a good way, just go ahead and hide it in Google Analytics code. That's a good way to do that. Well, if you want to help support the channel, have a look at our Subscribestar page, subscribestar.com/switchedtolinux. You can jump on over there, help support what we are doing. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. Alrighty, head on back to comments. Then we got business news coming up. Alright, we had more animated memes over here. Let's see. Flores Corona, there you go. Dangerous if you're killing off the dog machine. Yeah. Oh, I was thinking that was Zardoz. In fact, I was going to make a joke about Zardoz, and then you said Zardoz down the bottom. Yep. Yep. I remember that show. That was an interesting one. Former Linux users and VM users more than actual users. There you go. Beats back. Who here deleted sudo? No, I did not. Use my Zardoz reference there. There you go. There was a vulnerability with sudo, but I think it was patched. If I'm me, just use Stacer to keep my system clean. Just had to double read the sticker on the robot. Thought it read "kill us." Yeah, there was a security vulnerability in sudo that was actually persisted for quite a while, but it has been patched. C-spot run. Nice. Greetings, Q and Fiend. How's it going there? Wait until they can replicate themselves, and then we can call them replicators. Oh, joy. Artix and Dev1 are options, yes. MX Linux does not use systemd by default. Yeah, and I installed it by default, or just the default settings, so I'm pretty sure I do not have systemd, but honestly, I don't even know. SDA auto shrink your hard drive and the SBB user to I/O, perfectly shrunken hard drive image to back up your system file. Install Manjaro Mate, take up the updates, install the programs I need, start the taskbar the way you like it, and go about life. There you go. I don't know if I actually have a Fire screen that works with this, or do I? I don't know. My old Fire screen might work with it still. I don't know. Never actually put the Fire screen back in when I redid my my banners and such. Actually, let's use systemd if you want. There you go. All right, let's go ahead and jump on over to corporateocracy news. And then we'll corporatocracy, then Sillyville. Wow, we might finish early again. I don't mind finishing early. Like, the sooner I finish and get the shows up and ready and primed and set up, then I'm off for the rest of the night. In fact, I'm off for most of the weekend. Tomorrow, by the way, tomorrow noon, we are premiering a video looking at the Microsoft repo that seems to be added into Raspberry Pi quite silently, and some of the controversy surrounding that. And I actually confirmed it exists on my actual production servers here that I use in my office as my in-office web server. So definitely interesting. All right. Well, let's go ahead and have a look at this guy here. Let's see. I need that, and I need. There we are. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the business edition, and we will also conclude with some Sillyville. Be an exciting show, so stick on by. We'll go ahead and begin with a couple of updates. Tesla bows to pressure from the NHTSA and issues a recall on Models S and Models X. This has to do with the infotainment system bugging out after 4 years of use. This has to do with them having a NAND drive that is collecting and harvesting so much data, it's rewriting itself thousands and thousands of times, and the NAND chip burns itself out. And when that happens, because it's a Tesla and absolutely everything is run on the computerized infotainment system, the entire car crashes into nothingness, which might explain some of the issues. So there is now officially a recall on 135,000 Models S and X vehicles due to the design defect that bricks the EV's infotainment systems within 4 years of driving. It affects the Model S sedans built between 2012 and 2018 and the Model X SVUs between 16 and 18. Owners should be notified by the automaker in the month of March. So this is basically recalling. Hopefully they're just fixing those and getting them back out. Maybe without collecting so much data next time. This is why I have zero interest in Tesla. Ooh, it's a cool electric car that is literally tracking and tagging everything and sending it on back to a company to analyze and use as it wishes. No thank you. I'm not exactly interested in such crap. Next update is from Comcast. Comcast is delaying the rollout of the 1.2 terabyte data caps that would have hit 12 states in March. No notice if they're rolling back any of the other ones, but basically they bowed to the Pennsylvania Attorney General. See, this is the great part about living in Pennsylvania. I always said I will be the last to be data capped, and that's exactly what's going to happen. They were trying to data cap the rest of us, including Pennsylvania, but the Attorney General of Pennsylvania said to Comcast, our entire state is shut down and we're forcing kids and workers to all work from home, have school from home, and do everything from home, you will not be doing a data cap. And Comcast's like, all right, we'll hold back. So good news. The data cap is set to go into July. Maybe that means that by July, we won't be under all these lockdowns. But being as the insane government we have in Pennsylvania, I'm not exactly holding my breath on that one. Not to mention the lunatics in the asylum called DC. But nevertheless, they are going to be rolling that out in July instead of March. So we get a few months reprieve. Maybe this will go on further. But if you haven't seen anything, and I looked at my bill because they were supposed to tell you if you go over, I saw no indication on my last Comcast bill any amount of data usage. And so, hey, I have a couple more months to figure out how to log my own data on pfSense, which I'm pretty sure it can do. I just haven't looked into it yet. So we'll see what happens with that. Stop the Cap. This is a lobby group that is fighting ISPs with data caps and things. And Mediacom, which is an ISP, I guess, in the Midwest, they are warning people. They took the top 0.05% of their users who are, they're not even coming close to half of their data cap, but they have a lot of upload time. And because they have so much upload time, Mediacom is telling them, you need to cut that down or we're going to cancel your service, or I can't remember if it's cancel service or bill you a lot more or something. And they're saying, hey, you guys have provided evidence that your service is not under stress. Why are you trying to data cap people as far as how much data they can upload? And that's really what's going on. So apparently some people are uploading a lot more. I'm curious what I'm uploading. I mean, I'm doing all these, I'm doing a lot of videos, a lot of different channels. We're doing, obviously, you know, I'm not really doing many Zoom conferences. Every now and again, I have to do one. Ugh. But I do some Jitsi conferences. So I probably have a lot of data coming in and going out of here. But we'll kind of see, we'll see what happens with that. But that's what they're up to. Google Play bans the Matrix client app Element, but then they reinstated it again. Basically, they came back and said, that's like banning a web browser. Sure, some people do crazy stuff on Matrix. Well, you banned us. So, but Element, though, is a good client. Now, I don't use it on a smartphone. I'm sure I probably could, but so far, I'm actually really liking using Element. And for me, I like the fact that it's, you know, it's a good open source protocol. It's a federated protocol, decentralized, which that's the type of thing we need to resist the censorship and things. But Google Play originally banned it because apparently some people were doing creepy stuff on Matrix. And Element said, hey, we're just a web browser. We don't actually support any of the content. All we do is just make the interface to it. And so Google did put it back on the Play Store, but you know, it's funny. Google takes off things like Element that's good and FOSS, and we know what they're doing, and they won't take down the stuff that's, you know, perpetually full of malware, which is quite exciting. And Jeff Bezos is stepping down from the CEO position of Amazon. Somebody asked my opinion about this earlier this week on Discord, and I said I really didn't have one. Had to think about it a little bit more. And now that I'm reading this is a bad thing. We need Jeff Bezos sticking right there because he says basically the CEO role is very taxing from day to day, and I don't have time to do the things that I would like to do. So I would rather keep Lex Luthor busy doing day-to-day tasks for Amazon than having the richest man in the world or the second richest man in the world, depending on where he and Musk are at today, doing the things that they want to do. He's right up there with Bill Gates on the creepy factor level. In fact, I should Photoshop him on into my picture of Bill Gates, George Soros, and Rothschild that I have over here on my wall. We should definitely include Lex Luthor in there, aka Bezos, because we do not need this guy with all of his insane wokeness and nonsense, with his weird and wacko ideas. Him and Gates getting together, that in and of itself spells the end of the world, guys. This is Lex Luthor right here. So he says he is stepping down by Q3, and Andy Jassy will be taking over the CEO position. He's the one that brought AWS up to success. No word who's taking over that. At least I didn't see it. And so he's maintaining the chairman of the board for Amazon position, but he's actually going to be using his time to fund all of his crazy woke pet projects. So prepare for the world to end, because I think that he's probably going to be bringing that upon, because he's no longer distracted with the day-to-day tasks at Amazon. You've given a crazy person an infinite amount of money and the free time to do what he wants. And our last story, ransomware payments are falling as more victims refuse to pay. Well, it's kind of like we said this at the very beginning. If you guys don't pay the ransomware guys, they'll stop doing that crap. But as long as people are paying the ransomwares, hey, there you have it. So ransom payments by quarter. You can see here, Q3, almost nothing. They shot up in Q4 19. Of course, everyone goes online here with the COOF, and they can see they shot way up. And then here's average payment. And so the light blue line is the median payment. Okay, that's the median payment, and the average payment is up here. So you can see here, it really did a big peak up there in Q3 20, and Q4 20, it was back down to about $150,000 on payments. But of course, now a lot of insurance companies and such, they're not allowing, and a lot of legislation is not allowing people to pay these. And so probably as long as people are not being paid for this type of malware, chances are we're actually going to see, some people stop getting these types of attacks, at least not for money. We will always see them for the fun factor of it all. But that is the good news. Ransom payments are beginning to drop because people are no longer allowed or able, or just not paying whatever it happens to be. So you can actually read through. The links for these, of course, are in the video description. If you'd like to help support the channel, have a look at my affiliates. Today we are talking about ExpressVPN. Shock of all shocks, I went through to get the actual details this time. You can connect up to 5 simultaneous devices, including a router, so that you can actually hook up your router, and everything on that home network through that router is going to be encrypted. You also have the ability with ExpressVPN, if you're using the app, not on the router, but if you're using the app, you have the ability to put some traffic specifically through the ClearNet and some traffic specifically through the VPN. So those are some of the benefits of using ExpressVPN. They have servers in 160 locations, 94 different countries, and no bandwidth limits. Click on the Get Started button up here, and you can get a full year for $100, 6 months for $60, or 1 month for $12.95. Using my affiliate code TLM.li/EV will help support the channel. So let's go ahead and head on over to Sillyville. All right. And let's see what we got here. Stay in California, San Francisco. We're going to be the first to get the data cap. Who pays for ransomware? Yeah, there's a lot of people that were. All right. I have to look into it some more. Maybe you guys from California can tell me, but I heard today from a California real estate guy. Have not verified it myself, but apparently a new law was signed in California that gives the state the first right of refusal to purchase all foreclosed properties. That would be a communist takeover, guys. Just an FYI. Look into that if you're in Cali. Anyway, not a command, DD usage. Let's see. I'll use OS X Catalina on salvage mid 2012 MacBook. And when tried void, I avoid it. Never tried void. All right. I could not get it to run on my version of VirtualBox. Maybe when I upgrade this computer some year, I'll give it a try. Excuse me. I got the coof. All right. Sudo is still able to be issued with an SSH statement. All right. Some reason Void was difficult installation for me. Other than that, it worked fine. I'll get a Pi. I'll install Manjaro on it instead. Need to run KDE Neon Unstable in a virtual machine to test for Plasma 521. Watch out for the giant flying heads, all right? The giant flying baby head of Danville? There you go. Nandis. Anyone looked at GNOME and Wayland issues with suspend and sleep? I have no issues with Ubuntu, but Arch distros do. I don't generally use GNOME. I don't use Wayland, and I don't actually put computers into suspend either. So I'm no on all those. TrackPhone's website sucks. Trying to change your password and it keeps telling me account already exists with the same email. Like I'm trying. That's exciting. Still cars being made with mostly analog devices, manual windows, non-powered door locks. I think you can, but I don't know for sure. Amazon is less trustworthy than USPS. More issues on my 2012 MacBook with sleep. Due to the SSD. All right. Switch to FiOS to avoid the data cap. All my Arch-based distros go to sleep all this time, no matter how I have them set. Comcast will be losing customers. Well, unfortunately, I have zero choice. I don't have anyone else that can provide me internet. Kind of funny. Here, I have watched Luke Smith. I can't say I watch every show he does, but he does do some really good content. Mediacom is Rogers.com. Uploads are in response to requests, and limited uploads is limiting customer downloads. That's not fair. Yeah. You remove screensavers? That's the one thing I miss on the modern ones is I like the screensavers, man. I think they're fun. Like I get that they don't, the modern screens don't need to be quote saved, but I just like the fact of the screensavers. They're awesome. Let's see. Atlantic Broadband, they've said they don't like data caps, but they have raised the rates on on us internet only subscribers. There you go. $80 a month for 2022. You gotta pay $100 a month for I don't even know. Definite ransomware equals Obamacare. Uh-oh. You get your car warranty about to expire calls? Yeah, there you go. To stop. Get them to stop. Yeah, maybe. Millions of dollars or will release your Miley Cyrus videos at full blast. No! $75 a month for business class at up to 24/1. That's business class? Where the hell is this business? 1982? Do you need a DeLorean with a flux capacitor to get there? Tried Refracta. I have not. Yes, I've tried Gen 2. Ford sends Google all their crash damage reports and shuts down their servers for a year. Uh-oh. Pseudo Apple Cali Joltistic. Wait, what? Screensavers on the Mac. Yep. Partially the flying toasters myself if they're still in X screensaver. Yeah. Use screensavers from my display when I'm not using the PC for a while. Yep. Hello, Lamer. Greetings. Cheapest plan there is 50/50. Wow. Gotta get the Zardos link out of the live chat because it's distracting. looking down right under the camera, and I see nothing but like dancing, mostly never mind people. All right, let's go ahead and have a look at Sillyville, shall we? And on to Sillyville. There's a lot of things that people were expecting some snags going back to the office. But having 20,000 honeybees take over your tech company's office during lockdown, that's something you probably didn't really plan on. But these guys over here, they came in. Oh, no, I'm not interested in quartz at work. Oh, are they giving me some stupid crap like that? Yeah, all right. Well, I wanted to show you guys the giant picture, but these guys are going to be like, yeah, ad blocker. Yeah, screw you then. We're just going to say screw you. They had a giant honeycomb. They had 20,000 honeybees took over their tech company's office during the lockdown. And so it kind of prevents them going back to work for a little while longer. Well, if you played with Legos as a kid, Legos got you covered. The Lego company got together and put together these white noise backgrounds of playing with Legos. So if you guys are interested in any of that, you can grab them pretty much anywhere you can find them. Let me go ahead and unmute the desktop audio here. And is Spotify not going to work because of ad blockers or something? That makes me sad if I can't get this to work. All right, let me go ahead and disable. Would you stop? Okay, when my privacy badger is giving me they're giving me a pop-up. That's insane. All right, Spotify, are you going to work yet? Really? Why does this work on WaterFox when it doesn't work on Firefox? I'd prefer to use LibreWolf, but unfortunately, with LibreWolf, I can't get that to work with OBS at this point in time. But let me go ahead and this was working in Spotify earlier. Here we are. So here's the sounds. This is called Built for Two. So basically, they just use piles of Legos and different people to record different white noise. These are all about 30 minutes in length. Here's Searching for One Brick. It all clicks together. Here's the Lego waterfall. Big-hearted bricks. And the Night Builder. So you can head on over. There's the link is here. You can get these. I think you can get them on like Apple and Spotify, a bunch of other places. The Spotify one there is linked right in the blog post. But now you can be listening to people playing with Legos in the background as white noise when you do other things. I mean, okay, all right, I'm on board. Why not? Well, Amazon is getting a new headquarters, and it basically looks like a giant glass poop emoji. Yet another one of these titles that's probably more for the SEO clicks than anything else. But you got to admit, that does actually look like a giant glass turd in the sky, does it not? You can kind of see the... And now it wraps around. They have all these trees. I wonder if anybody at Amazon and these architectures know that trees' root system goes as deep as the tree goes high. So this is kind of interesting. If a big old windstorm comes down and your tree gets knocked down from like the upper story, it's just going to cause a lot of damage when it crashes on down. But yeah, Amazon's headquarters too in Arlington, Virginia, they are getting a giant glass poop emoji. It's kind of a giant. Here's another picture from the cityscape there. Look at that. Oh man, that's like, is there a better metaphor for Amazon is going to come and take a turd on all of your workers? Oh joy, oh joy. This is rendering of the park. So this is the park at the front. This is the side of the poop headquarters on the right side there. And then we have, I guess, little parks and stuff down here. So there we have it. We always knew that Amazon was a pretty crappy company. Now their new headquarters is demonstrating that. How exciting. Well, AT&T's internet sucks. We all kind of know that. And this guy has had AT&T since 1960. My Lord. That must have been when the first telephones came out. The internet is so slow in his area He ends up spending $1,000 to take out full-page ads in New York and Dallas, Texas, to basically say how bad their service is. So it says, "Dear Mr. Stanky," he stanks, CEO at AT&T, AT&T prides itself as a leader in electronic communications. Unfortunately, for the people who live in North Hollywood, California, 91607, AT&T is now a major disappointment. Many of our neighbors are in the creative technical workers in Universal, Warner Brothers, Disney Studios at the adjacent city of Burbank and our city. We need to help keep up with current technology and have a look at AT&T supply us with fast internet. And so basically he takes out this full paid ad. Why in New York and Texas? Well, Dallas, Texas is where their company headquarters is. And he went to New York City in the hopes of swaying some investors away from Amazon, or to put leverage from the investors onto the company so that they can go ahead and put pressure on the company. So it's like, if AT&T really provides itself as a leader in electronic communications, maybe they can do a little bit better than one up where I'm at. All right. Just a thought. And finally, if you are starting an online class, go ahead and check to make sure your professor is actually still alive. As some of you know, I used to be a college professor, and I got the heck out of Dodge because I saw the writing on the wall a decade ago. And what we're starting to see now, in fact, the school where I did my bachelor's degree at, they actually are starting to lay off over half of their staff. The university is merging with the sister university. Now, here in Pennsylvania, we have what is called the state system of higher education, which consists of, I don't know, it's like a dozen-ish or so, about a dozen or so universities. They're all four-year university. Pennsylvania generally I don't even think they have any community colleges. Very weird. But they have the state system, which are almost as inexpensive as them, and the education is generally pretty good. But what they're doing is they're merging two of these together, and the reason you do that is for accreditation. If the two universities have different degree levels, now you can't just go in and announce, hey, we're creating a new degree. You can't even go in and announce, hey, you're creating a new class. I used to sit on the curriculum committee for one of the universities I taught at. We had to go in there and decide what is in a class, what exactly has to teach, how does it fit into the system, how does it conflict with other things in the system. There's a lot that goes into adding a simple class, let alone adding a degree program. So these two universities, and if I remember correctly, I think it's Edinburgh and Slippery Rock are merging. It might be Edinburgh and Clarion, I can't remember. But these two are merging together because what happens is they can merge their accreditations and merge their individual courses. But then what they're doing is they're laying off about half the staff in nearly every department. And then what they do is they bring on adjunct professors to pay up the slack. Here's the difference. As a full-time professor, now at Edinburgh, I think the pay is a lot lower. The universities I taught at one of the big Ivy Leagues, where they paid us really well. And I also taught at a community college in a very wealthy state where they also paid really well, which was shocking because it was a community college. And in those, they had to, like, their output for me as a faculty member was about $80,000 a year. That's with the benefits, with the taxes, with all of the different things. That's what it cost. But in adjunct, they're part-time, so you have pretty much no taxes, no insurance, no extra perks, no extra benefits, and then you pay them the lowest dollar for course. It ends up being somewhere to the effect of about $15 or $20 an hour per credit at most, which is an extraordinarily low wage. But now what colleges are starting to do is they're starting to merge out and get rid of the faculty. They're not replacing them as they retire. They're not bringing on as many new ones. And then they're just blanketing the world with adjunct professors. So much that I've actually worked with professors who were adjuncts at 3 separate universities, and they still were having trouble making ends meet. That's the type of place the world is going. So this guy gets on and he starts taking this course, and it's all video lectured courses, and he's getting into the course, and every time he's sending his professor a message, he's getting a good response back, but it's from like a no reply email. So he starts looking this up, and he Googles his professor and finds his professor died a while ago. The university is still teaching this dead guy's classes from a while ago. This is called free education. They are charging the student an arm and a leg, and I'm pretty sure they're not paying the estate. Now, they have like a TA in there who is probably even paid like minimum wage at that point just to monitor stuff. But he finds that his college professor was dead. This is the reason I'm telling people, do not go to school unless you absolutely have to. And even then, go to the cheapest possible place you can, because your education is going to be about the same. You will get into your college, whether you're going to Harvard or whether you're going to the community college down the street, you are going to get out of your education exactly what you put into it. You can take that from a PhD, former college professor. You put good stuff in your degree, you're going to get good stuff out. You put garbage in your degree, you're going to get garbage out. Who is behind the line? It doesn't matter. 20 years ago, I had college professors who were teaching subjects they'd never looked at in their life before taking the professorship for their course. It's insane. When we were there in my undergrad, they were talking about doing a strike. And they're like, "Oh, don't worry. We're not going to we're not going to impede on your education. If the teachers go on strike, you're still gonna have your classes." And my advisors telling all these students, go and tell the administration, no, you need to not allow the teachers go on strike, because you know what? The dean of the biological science where I'm at, I'm sure if I were taking biology 101, he'd be a good job. I was a senior taking physical chemistry. I don't need a botanist trying to teach me physical chemistry stumbling through a textbook. I can stumble through the textbook myself. I would prefer a physical chemist in the classroom when I'm doing it, and I would actually prefer he's alive. So here's this university is actually utilizing the old videos of a dead professor. It's weird and scary. Let's see. Let me go read some of this, because this is just amazing stuff. 3 weeks in his online class on art history. At least it's art history. I mean, it's the dead guy from the grave coming back to teach history. I mean, he lived through it, right? At Concordia University, sophomore Aaron Ansuli, whatever, I'll call him Aaron, had a question about one of the recorded lectures. He combed through Concordia's portal but couldn't find his professor's contact information. So he Googled his name, Francisco Macgangan, and he found an obituary. At first, he thought it might be a coincidence. I was like, well, that's weird. He has the same name. But he Googled further, revealing more disturbing truth. In March 2019, over a year prior to the start of Aaron's course, he had passed away. When registering for the class, he received no indication that Gagnon was teaching posthumously. The syllabus named a different professor as the official instructor, but stated that Gornan would deliver the lectures. An arrangement was not uncommon for Concordia classes. All email communications had come from an unsigned do not reply address. For the first 3 weeks, Aaron had assumed these emails for Gagnon. The revelation has completely changed his class experience. I don't really even want to watch the lectures anymore, he said. Participating makes him sad. He tries to space out the lectures between other classes so he can take breaks. It doesn't even feel like a class. It feels like one of these websites like Skillshare. Past year has been a trial and error process for Aaron and millions of other college students around the world who are taking classes online to make COVID-19. Oh, Lord. I don't even want to keep reading. This is just insane. So, universities are the biggest garbage heap of insanity. Anymore, you're looking at hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the number of people who get out of university with hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt and then have to turn around and work at Starbucks is staggering. I personally know people that are $250,000 in student loan debt. I know people that are $100,000 in student loan debt, and the best they can find is being a manager at Starbucks. Don't go to college unless you have to. When you have to, go as cheap as you possibly can and do everything you can and get out of there in 4 years. College is not an experience. It's not a place to extend your high school. It's not a place for drunken insanity. You go to college, you learn, you get in and you get out, and you do not take any more than 4 years to do that because you are wasting your time, you're wasting your money, and you are wasting your future. Get in and get out. It ain't about the experience, it's about the education. All right, I think I'm done ranting on the insanity of this. This is just insane. Well, if you'd like to help support what I'm doing in this incarnation of my life, have a look over at Patreon, and I promise I'm still alive. Hold one finger, two fingers, never mind. I can spoof that anyway. But anyway, you can head on over to Patreon, patreon.com/TOMM. That's Tom M. And this actually supports my Linux work, my writing work, and my Christian work as well. So you can jump on over there. And with that, guys, we'll leave it here. Have yourselves a wonderful rest of your weekend. All righty, let's see. Woke Fox, and we get DMCA it. Yeah. The state and the school district think that Abraham Lincoln is a terrorist. I know, right? Abraham Lincoln must be a terrorist. I don't even know how in the world you even compute that. Like, yeah, kind of insane. Uh-oh. Well, hopefully you guys can still see because all of my my Chromium pages here just crashed on me. So we'll go ahead and try and get these guys restarted here, and then we'll see what we can do. Stand by. Internet still looks good. Are we back? Alrighty, let's see. Pop out chat, and let's go ahead and get my chat window set back up here. Or should we even bother? It's getting so close to the line. Maybe I'll just say, do without chat for a bit. Yeah, we're just gonna go without the chat window for a bit. I'm just gonna get caught up on chat, feed the kitty, and get out of here. So, alrighty, let's see. Sorry I missed some of your comments because of having to reset and reboot and stuff, but my apologies if I miss any of your comments here. Ransomware, like a strike. Let's see. Oh yeah, actually I did cover all these. A lot harder to read with this chat window though. I actually like my I like my code. I actually put my code back in there because it's a lot easier to read than this one is. Boom, there it is. Okay. There we are, comment feedback. So I got through some of these. Let me just try and remember where I was at. Somewhere around here. Like BB's business class for you. Quit, should give up today. Try it again another day. Uh-oh. Turn the Wi-Fi off the gateway. Computer gave me on my own Wi-Fi router. DTRT on it. There you go. Logitech isn't good anymore. It depends on the Logitech device. Actually, I just bought this new mouse keyboard combo for, well, I think I bought them as two separate ones. It was cheaper that way, and I unified them. So that's good. But yeah, if you buy the lower end Logitech stuff, that sucks. The higher end stuff, like this keyboard here is absolutely my favorite Logitech keyboard. I actually have 2 or 3 of these at this point. This is a K360. That's actually one of my favorite keyboards. Really nice, really easy, good to write with, good to type with. I have one on my coding computer and one over here. That is annoying, except the waterfall. All right. Logitech wireless trackball 2019 lasted me 6 months before it died. It does look like a poop. Looks better than Jeff's glass balls in Seattle. Dog is seeing fit. Also have no pillow tonight. Uh-oh. Michael Jackson is still teaching dance classes in Cleveland. Oh, Lordy. Oh. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood is still on PBS in Chicago. Yeah, but it's not new ones, is it? I don't know. I guess so. Counting software? Try Verify. Actually, right now I'm playing with accounting. It's actually really nice. Verify, though. Yeah, I'll if you can ping me that in Discord, I'll have a look at it later. I won't remember right now. I actually had a professor teaching Java that barely knew Java. Yeah. Teacher still thinks that Java is coffee. Well, I have a cup of JavaScript right here. Cringe. Got a solid education. My local community college. I've seen a lot of idiots that graduated from Ivy League. Yep. I actually think you probably have a better education from a community college because you don't go into it thinking that the name above the door is going to cause your success. Like to customize your int systems or other software systems. See you later, Moonbase. Anyone ever here, really? Ooh. Not a ghost to your knowledge. Desktops, I'm using Anchor vertical mice. There you go. Favorite Apple. After the last update, my phone no longer rings yet at all. Yet again, at all. It's since one day. Still can't cast a TV. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, Apple kind of sucks. Spend nearly $200 in a QuickBooks bookkeeper. In small business, unless you're really doing a ton of business, I would not use a bookkeeper. You do a better job of keeping track of what's going on in your business if you do the bookkeeping yourself. Although, I mean, and actually quarterlies is easy too. I just hire the accountant at the end of the year. That's all I worry about. He just, crosses the T, dots the I's for the end of the year. And that's actually the best. But no, I mean, I do all my own books because I like to keep the pulse on what the business is doing. All right, we're going to go ahead and feed the beast, and then we'll get out of here for the day. Oh, boy, kitty. Oh, boy, kitty. Nope. It's on the tip of the fingers, you moron. Oh, there it is. One more here for the camera there. Oh yeah, are they finger licking good? They're finger licking good. All right, guys. All right. So there's that. Noon tomorrow, we will be doing a Raspberry Pi Microsoft repo video. We're going to be getting into all of that. And we'll go ahead and go from there. Let's see, I have a Nextcloud, and we'll try the accounting soon enough. There you go. All right. Yeah, accounting is nice. You can self-host it. So, and then you can buy the extensions that you need. So they have a decent model in that out of the box, the only thing that's missing out of the box is double accounting systems, which I'm used to, although I probably don't need it. I think it's probably fine without it. I actually generally find double accounting systems to be a little bit more arduous than they need to be, although that is kind of the standard. But for other things with accounting, they have a ton of different plugins and extensions. So if you're doing if you have a WooCommerce store on WordPress, you can buy the extension to connect it to your WooCommerce store, and your WooCommerce transactions will automatically be imported into it. It's all self-hosted on your own server, whether that be you can put it on internet server, but I actually run mine on an internal web server that's not connected to the internet because I don't need my accounting on the internet, you know. So that's kind of what I'm doing with it, but it's pretty cool. And eventually I'll probably do a review of it. I want to have a few months worth of data in there before I look into it. But with all that, guys, we will see you guys next time. Next live show should be Wednesday around 2-ish. I might move that schedule around a little bit because I'm finding that we actually have a lot of other meetings and things coming up on Wednesdays now. So I'm going to look around and decide what I'm going to do with scheduling and stuff, but we'll figure it out. Have yourselves a good one, guys. We'll see you next week.